Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 1 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. And today is going to be a pretty special live stream. I mean, not because I'm doing anything special on it, but it's commemorating a very big event. Overnight on the main channel, we crossed the 100 subscriber mark. It's a number that I never thought we'd ever get to, but here we are. So I thought that, yesterday we talked about some of the things that I could plan to do to kind of properly celebrate the occasion. But in the meantime, I thought I'd go with some pizza and some beer. So I got some frozen pizza because we talked a lot about freezer pizzas yesterday. So I felt like if I'm going to do a pizza party, let's do some frozen pizza. And I do have a beverage. Don't worry, I'm going to walk to pick up the kids today. They want to go to the comic book store after school. So we'll do that on the way home. We'll just walk. Today I've got a Home Run Inn pizza and some Revolution Brewing Sun Crusher Summer Ale, a very delicious beer. Very tasty. And the Home Run Inn pizza is pretty good. I feel like Home Run Inn pizza is a pretty good representation of what most people in Chicago eat most of the time. It's a thinner crust pizza. The serving suggestion on the box is that you cut it into a little annoying squares. I did not do that. I cut mine into little triangles, and then I arranged them so they'd fit more on the plate. But that's what we're going to do today, everybody. Cheers to 100,000. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Awesome. All right, everyone listening on the podcast, hopefully you're having a good run out there today. It was windy here. It's still very windy in Chicago, but I was just glad that I didn't get poured on. I got a little bit of rain, but not a ton, so felt really lucky. Hopefully you guys are getting some good weather too. And then everyone watches on YouTube later after the fact. It's Friday night. Hopefully you are relaxing at the end of your day and getting ready for your long runs tomorrow. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. We got Luis Becerra says, congrats, code to 100 subs. Thanks, Luis. And it says, fantastic, Mike. We need a special YouTube cowbell. All right, let's do some cowbell for that one. I love it. And Stevie76 says, 100,000 reasons why Kafuzi is the trophy husband of the year. Yeah, my wife saw it, and she was like, oh, 100,000, huh? I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal for the both of us. She goes, it's not really for me. I'm like, well, you put up with a lot of stuff for me to be able to get to this point. So I would say it's an achievement for the both of us. Nathan Jawali says, congratulations, a million will come soon enough. Thank you for all you do for us runners. Thank you, Nathan. But a million is a number that, I don't think there's any running YouTubers out there that are a million. I think maybe, what does Ryan Trahan? He started out making running videos. He doesn't make running videos anymore. But there are people that run. Casey Neistat runs. Neve, I don't know if Neve Schulman has a YouTube channel, though. I'm not sure about that. He is a famous person who runs as well, but I'm not sure if there's a runner first kind of YouTube channel. I think Casey's probably the closest, but I'll never get to Casey numbers, and that's okay. Leona says, can't stay, but wanted to congratulate you on 100,000 subscribers. You consistently deliver quality content and are amazing support to us. I'm not saying, I would say I would consistently deliver content, and sometimes it's quality is what I would say, but thank you so much, Leona. A bunch of emojis, claps, a balloon, and a thumbs up from Maui Swift. And Frank says, congratulations, well earned. And Securely says, up at 3:45 a.m. just to congratulate on your amazing achievement. I subscribed at around 600 subscribers and have enjoyed the journey. Here's to the next 900,000. Whoa, what happened to the computer there? The camera just went out of focus. But anyway, thanks so much, Securely. I know a lot of you guys have been around since the way beginning. And man, it's been a journey, hasn't it? All right. We got CR here. We got Runner Will, Jonathan Crossley. He says, congrats, time for a 100K for 100K. That's the plan. It's just a matter of when and where. And the main thing is going to be, I want to do it after Grandma. So it's going to be, probably July would be the earliest that I do it. So that's kind of late. It'll be 2 months late, but maybe by then I'll have the play button. I think it takes a little while to get it. So hopefully I'll have it by then. So yeah, there we go. Sean Devlin says, well deserved, Kofuzi. Thank you for bringing me a bit of joy every day with a live stream and your videos. Well, thank you so much. Thanks everyone for who's been coming to the live streams. If it's your first time or you've been a regular, you guys make the live streams awesome. And you guys certainly make being on YouTube great too, because I see some of these other channels and I venture down into the comments and it's just a a mess. And it's not like that here. So I really appreciate it for you guys. Let's see. Secretly says, are you going to put a compilation of the journey together in a video? I'd love to see the journey you've taken so far. I mean, I kind of did a lot of that in the 50K, but I guess some things have happened from 50 to 100K. I don't want to kind of repeat the thing. So I think that the focus will be a little bit different than on like a retrospective in terms of my running journey, but I think I'm going to figure out a way to kind of do some of that kind of stuff. And that running guy, Chris, is here with lots of emojis. I love it. Some applause. And the what is that emoji? It's like this. It's a party emoji, but like it's a party hat. Maybe something that you like a sound thing, and then confetti's coming out of it. I just call it confetti a lot of times. One of my friends a long time ago was like, if your signature had to be in emojis, what would it be? And I was like, easy. That's super easy. She's like, well, you know yours already? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you don't have to think about it? I'm like, no. What would your signature be if it's in emojis? Mine would be pizza, poop, confetti. Boom. That's it. 2 pizzas, 1 poop, 1 confetti. Runner Dre says, congratulations, Co. And Achan says, congrats on 100K. So amazing. Hard work pays off. Yeah, I'm just, I feel like today I was thinking about it on the run, and it's just like high school track. There's no cuts, just keep showing up, so yeah. Doctors Are Running are here. It says, congratulations, amazing achievement. We can't wait to see what the next 100K brings. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you. Ed says, it's not too late to be an air fryer channel, just saying. I mean, we'll see. I think I need more space to be I could review the air fryer at grandma's house. That makes sense. Speaking of food, here's to the pizza. I'm trying to think if I've ever had home run in pizza at home before. Home run in pizza is usually the food after the Chicago half marathon. And it's pretty good considering they have to make, like 10,000 slices of pizza at once. But this is pretty good. As far as freezer pizza goes, it's good. I like it. The dough is a little bit on the soggy side, but I think I could have cooked it longer to fix that. And there's a very heavy dose of cheese, so that's always a plus. All right, Jonathan Crossy says, Co, if you had to attribute one thing to the achievement, what would it be? Before you say, I'm going to say, guess consistency, the common theme amongst many achievements. Yeah, I think consistency, I mean, it doesn't even have to be consistency so much as like saying like, well, I have to put out X number of videos every single week. But I think it means like making sure that even making videos, sometimes when it may not seem like it makes sense to make the videos. I see a lot of advice out there of people saying, make fewer videos and make sure that each one is viral, like a home run each time. And I don't agree necessarily. I mean, I'm making fewer videos these days. Instead of 5 to 6, I'm shooting for 3 to 4. And that's mainly for my own sanity and my work-life balance. But I think that the thing is, one thing is I've never been afraid to put out a bad video. Because you're gonna make some bad videos on the way to making good videos. And YouTube is a very forgiving place for that. I'd say the only place that is even more forgiving for making bad content is TikTok, because TikTok does a really good job of burying the stuff that doesn't resonate. So people never see your bad stuff. And YouTube, to an extent, does the same thing too. It doesn't really feed people your bad videos. So just keep putting stuff out there. Figure out your format. Figure out your style. Figure out your voice, And the best way to figure all those things out is by doing a lot. And so I'm not saying you have to be a workaholic. I'm not saying you have to grind on a daily schedule, but, I think a lot of people are kind of getting too fancy about their stuff, and just not putting out content. So I think that's probably it. Don't be afraid to make bad videos. If I can only pick one thing. Danny Running with Scissors is here, says, hey, hello everyone, and congrats to Cozy on that 100. Sean says, I think I heard when you hit 100K, YouTube provides an assistant to hold the GoPro. The one email that I did get so far from YouTube was a notification that I have access to a new kind of sticker of some sort that people can buy, and I'm just not that interested in the stickers and stuff. So I'm like, that's not that interesting. I just want to know where I can submit to get my play button. I want the play button. Chris Dyke is here, says, yes, Co. Congrats. Thanks, Chris. Mark says, congrats, Kofuzi. And Eric is here, says, what's up, Co? How is everyone? Sintai says, yay, 100K. Congrats. Thank you so much. Chris Dyke says, coincidentally, I'll be eating leftover pizza after this cross-training session. Full disclosure, I did have some leftover pizza before I ate this pizza today. And it might have been left out overnight. But I am a bit of a scavenger when it comes to leftover pizza. We had pizza leftovers last night for dinner. Well, part of dinner. And then the baby left some of hers, so I ate that with some ranch dressing before my run today. And then when I got back, my wife, I gave her some leftover pizza as part of a much bigger meal. Just a lot of leftovers. Mainly for the adults, it was pasta and vegetables, and a salad. But she had some gluten-free crust pizza left over that she didn't eat. And so I ate that as well before the live stream today. The baby yesterday, she goes, Daddy, we've been eating a lot of pizza lately. And I go, well, we had pizza on yesterday. What was yesterday? Thursday. So I'm like, we had pizza for dinner on Wednesday, and you had leftovers for it today. So, 2 days in a row, maybe that counts as a lot of pizza. She goes, it kind of is. And then she goes, literally right after that, says, you know what we should have for dinner tomorrow? I'm like, what's that? You should make some pizza dough, and we should make pizza for dinner tomorrow. And I was like, okay. I don't understand children sometimes. But I think we're probably going to have breakfast for dinner. Yeah, we do that probably once every week or two. Sham says, do the kids want to go to the comic store, or does Co want to go to the comic store? LOL, congrats on 100K, Co. The baby wants to go to the comic book store. My daughter likes to go too, but the baby... So, we haven't been to the comics book store in 2 months. And the last time we were there, I bought her a My Little Pony comic. And it got pretty intense. And I really wanted to... I was like, hey, this is good, isn't it? She's like, I like it. I'm like, should we go back to the comic store and get the next one? She's like, okay. This was a couple months. The storyline was pretty crazy. There was apparently a new school that the ponies were setting up. And then there were these teenagers who are witches, or the children of witches. And I don't know if they were grounded or banished to some sort of alternate dimension. They were really bored. But they could somehow submit messages to this other group of evil ponies. And they got the evil ponies to infiltrate the regular ponies' school, and they pretended they were good teachers, and in fact, they were bad teachers. And all sorts of weird stuff like that was happening. I didn't really understand. I didn't understand the whole witches thing. But yesterday, after she requested homemade pizza for dinner, she goes, Daddy, we should go to the comic book store. And I'm like, okay, we haven't been in a while. She goes, I really need to know what happened to the ponies. And I was like, we haven't talked about that in 2 months. I'm not sure that next issue is still going to be available for sale. We might have to look for some back issues. I don't know. So we'll have to see what happens today. Chris Dyke says, "Well, we'll get a ranch cameo today." I did not get the ranch out. Not today. I think, if my kids were sharing this pizza with me, they don't eat the crust. Then I would have a lot more crust to eat. Then I would get ranch. But just me eating this myself, I don't think I need ranch today. Running with Dr. Andrew DPT says, congratulations, well deserved. Thanks, Dr. Andrew. Scott says, I'm celebrating by watching on the big screen with pizza. Very cool. Very cool. Cheers, Scott. Rodrigo Lupatini. I love this background in your photo, Rodrigo. He says, you are awesome. Also says to you, when the miles are hard, I remember your videos and the final song of the video and scream, yo, what's going on? That's awesome. Man, I got stuck out in the wind pretty hard today. The route that I ran, for a lot of it, I got a little bit shielded from the wind. But there's one part where I turn around and it's right at kind of at Fullerton, and you're just super exposed to the wind, and it's always like the worst, like right there. And when the wind hit me in the face, I was like, it's one of those winds where you feel like you're running, but you're not moving anywhere. And sometimes I'll be in that stretch and I might look over and I'll see a seagull like furiously flapping its wings, but also like not going anywhere, just being like static in motion because it's trying to fly against the wind. That was that kind of wind today. I did not say, yo, what's going on, but I was just like, whew, these are tough miles, and I'm not sure why I picked this route today. So sometimes you can, when the miles are hard, you could sometimes think about changing the route too. That's okay. Ilya Kim says, hey everybody, congrats on hitting that 100K. Love being part of this awesome and safe community. Well, thank you. I appreciate that description too. That's something that I strive for as well. Banana Dude is here. Yo, what's going on, Banana Dude? He goes, congrats, mate. Banana Dude, what's going on in that photo? Is that skiing photo? I think that's skiing. The kid is all right. Says, congrats, Michael. 100K is no mean feat. Thank you. And Runtime he says, great work, Mike. Thanks for always being entertaining. Thanks so much. Steve76 says, Sage, Seth, Ginger, and now Kafuzi in the 100K club. Yeah, you know what? Ben Parks is close too. He's at 99.7. So he'll be in a couple of days. And just edge him out. It's the only race that not that we were racing, but it's the only race that'll ever beat Ben Parks in, I guess. Brian Castro says, pizza party. And Kurt Owen says, after Grandma's, are you running Grandma's? I think so. I mean, ASICS is a sponsor, and we talked about running it. I don't have a bib or a lodging or anything set up yet, so I got to figure all that stuff out. And I got to double check. So I got to send some emails to just confirm and stuff. But I'm training for it. I'm training as if I'm running it. I think I might hit 90 miles this week on accident. That's because last week I didn't do my long run because I was in Iowa and the winds were even crazier than they are here. So I took a rest day and I did a long run on Monday. So I'll have 2 long runs this week. So that'll put my mileage high. But so next week's mileage will seem like it's really low in comparison, but or maybe I'll hit the bike tomorrow, keep the mileage a little bit more reasonable. Maybe closer to 80 than 90. But 80 with 6 days of running in a week is still a lot. But yeah, I'm getting ready for the race. Brandon Palmer's here, says, hey all, and congrats, Co. Thanks, Brandon. And, Shinobi of the Hidden Field says, watching your videos 2 years ago got me into running after retiring from powerlifting. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that the videos were able to connect with you. Because sometimes outside of like the running space, I'm never sure if it connects with other people. So I'd love to hear that, Shinobi. Anthony says, there's a Mines of Spain 100K. There is a Mines of Spain 100K. That race isn't until like October though, isn't it? It's not in the summer, is it? If it's in the summer, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't think it is. I don't know. Jacob Mooney says, watch all the time. Not much of a commenter, but thanks for all the content and streams. Proud non-elite follower. Well, thanks so much, Jacob. And I love the emojis. You got a run, muscle, like a bicep flex emoji, strong, celebration with a beer emojis. Love it. Thanks so much, Jacob. And Luis says, Ben Parks is at 99.8. That's moving fast because I thought I looked at it this morning or maybe last night and it was 99.7. So he's moving fast. Runner Will says 100,000 calorie mukbang, eat it all. I don't think I could do 100,000 calories. That's crazy. I don't think I could do 10,000 calories. Not let alone in a mukbang, like in a day. I'm not sure. That'd be hard. Stephen Lee says, woohoo, congrats, Co. Huge fan. Definitely fun to keep up with your journey, collabs, videos, everything. Great work. Cool. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Secure Elite says, never say never for the 1 million. In the rock climbing creators, were around, in rock climbing, creators were around 100,000, and then Magnus came along and blew everyone away. There's no reason that can't be you. So, sometimes I have a hard time thinking that way, I got to tell you. There's a lot of insecurity there. I think a lot of it's realism. But, sometimes I have a hard time, but I'm hearing you. I might need to hear that kind of thing more times before I can start to believe it. But I appreciate that. Mark Inghams here says, yo, what's going on? Congrats, Co. Well deserved. Thanks, Mark. Good to see you. And Shannon says, Kofuzi with a beer and other emojis, a kissy face and stars. Says, question, does it freak you out realizing how great you're doing? I admit I was intimidated by your celebrity status at the Chicago Stakeout. Thanks for being so humble and awesome. Congratulations. I wouldn't say of it as it's like it freaking me out. But I find myself doing a lot of deprecating things because other times it just doesn't feel real. And like, for example, at the Shakeout, I was like, this is other groups have decided to meet at the same place at the same time. Because this Chicago Marathon weekend, it's a very popular meeting spot, the Chess Pavilion. Surely this isn't all here for the Kofuzi Run Club. And people were, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, someone probably told you to just come along. But I have a hard time kind of accepting it sometimes. And then like other times, the main thing that I've been thinking, I even told this to my wife. I was going to tweet it out today too, but I was like, no, I'm going to try not to undercut myself too much. But it was like, I was going to write, I told my wife, thanks to the 80 or 90,000 subscribers who hit the subscribe button a while ago and forgot to unsubscribe, because that's how it kind of feels a lot of the time. But, I know it's not like 100,000 people tune into every single video. The numbers clearly aren't there. But that's not how like views to subscribers really works either. And we all know that, but it doesn't feel real a lot of the time. And I think part of that is in a very, very good way. And it's because there's cool people here, in this community that keep it feeling intimate and not like, like sometimes when I go and look at other people's like big YouTubers, when they do a live stream, like the chat just screams by and you have no idea what's going on. And it's just lots of people just shouting gibberish. And I'm just like, that's crazy. I don't even understand. Like, why would anyone even want to be in the chat over there? But here it's a fun place. There's cool people. There's time to like meet people, even though there's a lot of people watching at once. So, this community helps it still feel like it's small, even as it gets bigger. And I think that'd be hard. It would be a lot harder for me to kind of grapple with it if it didn't have this tether to this kind of like smaller group still. So, all right. Let me scroll down to the bottom because I got to catch up with you guys. I think I'm really far back. All right. We got a running shoe question. Adrian All says, what did you think of the 880 version 12? And congratulations. The 880 version 12 is really good. It's heavy. It's heavy in hand. It feels a little bit awkwardly balanced, but on foot, it's great. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels more cushioned than last year. I'm not feeling quite as much of the rubber outsole, and it is exceptionally fun to go a little bit faster in it. So I did some strides in it as well, and man, that shoe was really nice. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the 880 this year. It's probably going to be one of my favorite daily trainers of the year, if not my favorite. It's really good. I like it a lot. That video will probably come out like early or mid next week. Yeah, early next week, I think. So yeah, I haven't filmed it yet, but did the run. I think I've run in it twice. No, once. It's really good. I really like it a lot. Gabriel says the home run in is the best frozen pizza. It's pretty. I'll tell you what, it's better than Tony's 4 for 10. Although Tony's is not 4 for 10 anymore. It was back at the turn of the century when I used to live on it. Jennifer Moore says, congrats on the 100K. I will wear the Kofuzi shirt and the cool new hat at the RBC Brooklyn half. Thank you for the videos. Awesome. Well, Jennifer, I'll have to keep an eye out for you. I'm sure I'll see it because I'll be out there on the sidelines. Jason Dolls here. He said, been a busy week at work. Just wanted to stop by and say hi and congrats on the 100K. Well, thanks, Jason. Duke BB says, congrats, Co. This is a fun community where we are able to ask questions and share. Always a joy to watch. Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Oh, Steven says, it's really a fun little community. I bring the podcast on runs, and it's like I'm running with the group. That's ideal. Like, that's where I want this to be, you know? Where it just feels like you're just chatting with a bunch of other people running too. And I'll say one of my favorite things to listen to, I mean, I'm friends with them, so I mean, maybe I'm biased that way. But today in my run, I listened to the Believe in the Run, the Drop podcast. And for the same reason I like that one. Because then it's just like we're in a group and I'm just listening to them chit chat. And I really like that about it. It really helps pass the time. It's very soothing in a comforting kind of way. And even though the winds were pretty nasty out there, it helped the run go by really easily. So I definitely understand what you're saying. And I'm glad that you're getting that from this. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know, does this even translate to audio only? I'm not sure. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's nice to have things that you can listen to that just make you feel like you're running with other people, even when you're by yourself, you know? Liam Mahoney says, 100K is wicked, Co. You helped me go from washed up elite athlete to happy, excited beginner runner. Keep up the great work, dude. And thank you. Well, thank you, Liam. Awesome. It's been good to have you here. Anthony says, did Saucony send you the new Endorphin Speed and Pro? They have not. I would love to get them. I don't know. I don't think well, they sent me, someone over there has my address because I didn't ask for it, but I got the Peregrine 12 just showed up on my door. I don't even think I got an email about it. I'm not trying to think. Did I even get an email about it? I don't think I bought it. I have to double check. That's the thing. Like, I make a big deal about the disclosures, but most of the time I have to look up how did I get a shoe. But yeah, like the Peregrine is like the first shoe that I think that Saucony has sent. No, wait. No, because they gave me the Pro and the Speed last year, and they gave me the Shift as well, but I never ended up running in it. So Saucony has been sending me shoes. That's right. I keep forgetting. But no, they haven't sent me the new ones. The next video that's going to come out tomorrow is going to be the Endorphin Speed 2 after 100 miles. So, it took me a while to get to 100 miles, but like, yeah, that shoe's still really good. Shoe's still really good. So I'm done with the Speed. This Sunday will be my last run in the Pros because that'll get me over 100 miles in them. So I'll be ready for some new Saucony race shoes for sure. Secure Elite says, does it mean that you'll have to remove some of the kids' artwork in the background to hang the play button? That'll be a tough call. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. So yeah. I think my kids will be mad if I put like something of mine back here, you know, but like with my setup that I have for regular videos where I use the black background, it's just like a pop-up screen. So there's no way to like hang the play button there. So I don't really know where it's going to go. It might go with my bronze Nike shoes and just sit on top of a wardrobe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to display things, really. I don't know. I just ordered for my wife doesn't watch the live stream, so I did order for Mother's Day. I took some pictures of the girls at the wedding, my brother-in-law's wedding reception over the weekend. And I got that printed. I really love printing photos onto canvases. I just think it looks really nice. It's like for people who like matte, M-A-T-T-E, printing a photo on canvas is like the next level of fancy. And I just really love it. So I did that. It should be arriving today. I don't even know where we're going to hang it up. In our entryway over there, that's where all of our family photos are and stuff. So we're kind of running out of space over there. But we'll find a place to put it. But normally, I'm like pretty bad at hanging things. I mean, for example, I don't know if you guys see this over here, But I bought a frame. My daughter painted something like a long time ago, and I thought it was really pretty. So she painted it on a canvas. And so I bought a frame for it, and I just haven't hung it up. It's been there for like a month. So I'm really bad at that kind of thing. Dad Runner Al says, thank you, Mike, for everything. I found you 18 months ago when I was struggling to start running. I've lost 40 pounds and run 50 miles a week consistently. Man, that's awesome. Good job putting in all the work. That's great. That's really great. It's cool. I was really happy that I got a chance to meet you when I was out in LA. Stephen Lung says, you got to drop out, but want to say, excited to hear more of Vaporfly versus Metaspeed. I have the Metaspeed, but just got Vaporflies and haven't tried it yet. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to get the Vaporflies this year. I had the one. I think I had two pairs of the one. I had a green one and then a pink one. And then I didn't get Next Percent 2s. Is there going to be is there a 3 this year, or is it still going to be Next Percent 2s, just new colors? I don't know. I think there's going to be new Alpha 5s this year. I'll get that. So we'll see. Des is here. What's going on, man? He says, congrats on the 100K. Go, well deserved. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, man. Appreciate you stopping by. And Andrew Strauss says, congratulations on the 100K. I think I joined at the 3,000 mark when looking for shoe reviews. Would like to see an annual non-elite Kofuzi named race. Non-elite medals would be epic. That'd be pretty funny. That would be very funny. A non-elite medal. That'd be interesting. You know what I'm doing? I'm looking very carefully at Hella Sidibe. He's doing a 5-year run streak celebration. May 15th, I think is the date, is his 5-year run streak anniversary. And he's doing that run that day, doing loops in Central Park. And there's like bibs and stuff. And I think after the run, they're going over to the Hoka pop-up in New York, which is a beautiful store, by the way. A great meeting space. And I think they're just gonna be hanging out there after that. So I'm watching really closely to see like, okay, this is how people do these things. I got to keep an eye on that. So, yeah. But like the reason why I'm keeping it, that's connected to your comment, Andrew, is that like he has for their day, he's got like bibs. He's just handing like when you sign up. I think it's free, but you just sign up. There's bibs. He's got like I don't know if he's got like a couple hundred of them or what. There's 3 digits on the numbers of the bibs, so he's got maybe as many as 999 of them. So I'm like, all right, list of questions for Hella for later. Where did you get those bibs? You know, like, how did you get this all set up? Did you have to somehow get a permit in Central Park? You know, those are the questions that I'm going to be asking later. I'm going to keep an eye on how the event goes. Stand on the shoulders of giants, you know? And it says, I think one of the best bit of the live stream is that we are still a community outside of the time we meet together on here, supporting and looking out for each other, enjoying how everyone's getting on. I think that's really well said, and it's really cool. Like people are getting together outside of the live stream. I think is really awesome. And that you guys are making friendships here. I'm making friendships here, and I just think it's super cool. And it kind of ties to like what I tell people all the time, you know, it's like everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame. I'm at 14 and a half minutes. And so like, you know, some people will be like, all right, well that means you gotta extract the value, make the money while you can. That's not how I see it. It's like, well, I want, you know, when the views go away, whenever that is, you know, I still want to have running friends, you know? So like that's the part that's going to stick around. And that's always going to be like a central part of it, because that kind of transcends like the channel, the views, the algorithm, all that kind of stuff. So that's really important to me that people feel welcome here and feel like they can be themselves here, and can, you know, meet other running friends here, and just regular friends. Doesn't have to be running friends. Regular friends is good. Remy's here, says, what I do listening en route to a hot air balloon. Remy's having like the best summer vacation ever, or spring vacation ever. Hot air balloon ride? That sounds cool. I've never done that before. I'm I don't think I'd be scared to do one, but I would be terrified that I would drop my phone. Not that I would fall out of the hot air balloon or that we somehow get blown off course, just that I would lose my phone. Matthias Sentest says, I joined when you got lost in San Diego and went to Roadrunner for something you were doing with them. Don't know the sub count, but keep up the good work. That was several years ago. Yeah, that was a day where I was supposed to meet. Roadrunner Sports, their corporate offices are like in the same plaza as their San Diego flagship. And so I was supposed to meet them there and meet some corporate people from there. And I was like 45 minutes late. And I was like texting them as I went. I'm like, I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am. I think I'm about 3 or 4 miles away. And I texted that same thing like 3 times. And I got super lost. But they were really nice and patient with me. So that was okay. But man, that was a while ago. Thanks, Matthias. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Mark Ingham says, the life of a 100K running YouTuber, shoes start showing up. Shoes started showing up like, I think probably between 15 and 30,000. But now like I still buy a lot of shoes. So I just forget, you know, like I don't keep like that much. It doesn't matter to me that much. I try not to think about it too much, you know, it's just shoes. So like I let the shoes stand on their own, you know, from like a bias perspective. So I try not to like remember how a shoe got to me. But yeah. Dennis wants to know, is anyone going to be racing the Carlsbad 5000? I don't think that's going to be me this year. Hey, does anyone know? I was thinking about the Monumental Marathon this year, Indianapolis. Is that going to be the same year as New York again this year, or is it going to be a different week? If it's going to be a different week, then I'm going to go watch. That's just something I was thinking about today. Stevie76 says, my wife to her coworkers, does your spouse have 100,000 subscribers like my trophy husband? I think, yeah, I mean, Steve, you know what? I think I'm going to resubmit that idea to my wife and just kind of like put that out there. Like, can we call me a trophy husband now? Maybe if I have a nice silver plaque, then she'll be like, see, I got a trophy. Can I be a trophy husband? I don't know. See, Gearland says, next minute, your wife decides to watch a live stream for the 100K and now knows her Mother's Day present. Yeah, I know. The kids don't know about it, even though it'll be from like, you know, all of us. Because if I tell the baby, you know, 5-year-olds are horrible at keeping secrets. So they'll be like, Mom, guess what? We got a secret. Here's your Mother's Day present. I'll be like, we just talked about this. Mark says, do you have a fall winter marathon plan? I think the races that I'm signed up for are, well, I'm signed up for Chicago. I have not yet signed up for CIM, but I should probably sign up for that one while there's still spaces available, because I'd like to run that one again after TRE. So that's going to be kind of like my 2 marathons for the winter. Chicago will be more of a fun run, to the extent that a marathon can be a fun run, but just go out there and enjoy it and have a good day. Maybe, I mean, part of me is like, maybe I will run with like the 3:10 group, because that's the Boston qualifying time for my age group. So if there's people that need pacing, you know, I thought that'd be kind of fun. Not that Chicago needs more 3:10 pacers. There's tons. But if there's if there's a group of us here that want to do that, you know, that could be fun. And then I'd probably go for a fast time at CIM again, because I really do like that course. There's a lot of uphill. As much as there's downhill, there's uphill too. But I think that it seems to suit me well. So I'd like to be able to tackle those last kind of 5K a little bit better than I did this last time. So some unfinished business, I guess. All right. Michael Alf Filer says, I've been following since the Peg 36 review. Just want to drop by and say congrats on the 100K. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, those were peak Pegasus years. You know, I think the 30, was it the 36? I think was 35 and 36 were my two favorite. The 34 was hot. It was hot like wearing a couch on your foot. But it was a good shoe. The 35 fixed that. And the 36 was the full length Zoom Air, I think. That was a good one. All right, let me keep rolling down. Sorry about that. So Bergami says, I'm going to sign up for the Mesa Marathon. Early February is the perfect time for Arizona, and it's 18 weeks after Chicago Marathon. And that one's the one that has a whole bunch of downhill, right? You start up in the hills. The thing is, February, I'm hopefully going to be running Tokyo next year. So February might be a little bit too close. Dr. Distance says, congrats on the big milestone. Looking forward to attending another Kofuzi Run Club, this time in Eugene. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I'm going to be out there to cover the marathon. So that'll be fun. I think I have to do some more scoping out on it, but I know it's a looped course. And I think that the fastest way to get from one side of the loop to the other, which is probably, I'm just going to bounce back and forth, maybe kind of do like a triangle. I don't know if I'll do some sort of triangle or try to get the runners at multiple times throughout the day. And I think the fastest way to get around it will be to run on Priest Trail, if I remember the map correctly. So that would be kind of cool, you know. And Brandon Lewis, I appreciate this every day. Always reminding people to leave a like when you get to a live stream. I appreciate that. I always make sure I do that too. It's easy to forget because if you see the chat, then that hides the like button. But it is always nice. I think it helps out the live streamer when you do that. Steven 76 says, if anyone finds love on the live stream, Kofuzi will officiate the wedding. I'm not opposed to that. I think I could do that. Well, let's see. Send me the dates. I'm guessing if you find love on this live stream and you're going to ask me to be the officiant, you're probably not going to do it like Chicago Marathon weekend, unless you do it at Chicago Marathon for the week. And then I could do it for sure. That's pretty funny. I think you would make my mom and dad really happy. My dad was a pastor, so it'd be in a way, following in his footsteps, I guess. Steve says, I just checked. I found you for the original Epic React review 4 years ago, and that was the start of my running obsession. 30 plus pairs of shoes later, and I'm still married. I don't know how. Awesome. That's so cool. Kept it together as well. And the Epic React, wasn't that a good shoe? I wish they would bring that back. What would you guys rather have back? Would you rather have another Epic React or another Peg Turbo? I think probably another Peg Turbo. But if I can't have another Peg Turbo, give me another Epic React. That's kind of what I want. Jonathan Crossy said, if there's a wedding, make it a shakeout run ceremony. You have to do your vows while running. I'll hold the camera. That'd be funny. Tony Messia says, yeah, I'd take a Peg Turbo by far. Yeah, Secret Elite says Peg Turbo by all the way. Yeah, it's not even close, right? I'd take another Peg Turbo. Not the nature one, but yeah, the like a real Peg Turbo. That would be good. Scott also says Peg T. Awesome. All right, guys. I think that's going to be a good place to leave it there for today. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, not only today, but all the other days that you've been around, whether you're new or you've been here for a long time. I appreciate all of you guys and for everyone that's subscribed to the main channel. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I'll have a lot more to say about it later when I do like the full like proper celebration, but I just wanted to take a moment to kind of like pause and be thankful about it today as it's happening. So I appreciate you guys, and I just feeling really lucky today. Thanks everybody for helping to make that happen. All right, I'll see you guys on Monday for the next Monday mukbang. Have a good run over the weekends and be safe out there, everybody. Thanks.